How's it going, panty sniffers? My name is PewDiePie, and I think it's about time we had a little talk. Now, as you may or may not have noticed, over the last sort of year and a half, I kind of just stopped doing anything and streaming as much, and as much as I want to say that's just life getting in the way, there's more to it. Ever since the end of 2024, when I got my 11703 in SHA, I haven't really done anything that I set out to do. And it's not because I wasn't trying either. I went on multiple grinds and just was never able to see them through before literally losing my mind. Now this in itself is due to multiple reasons that I won't go into in this video, but the main point is I've been extremely mind blocked to the point where I just feel washed and have this crushing weight of feeling like a has-been. Now, considering I have the same goals and the same drive as I did back then, this fucking sucks. I cannot put into words just how miserable it is to feel this way. And because I've been miserable, I haven't been interacting as much with people on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, because I don't want to spread that kind of negativity. But also by doing this, I've sort of cornered myself into this hole that I felt like I could never get out of. Like, it's gotten to a point where I'm struggling to even finish casual playthroughs. And it wasn't until the end of June where this would change. I began speedrunning Cuphead again with one goal in mind: beat the game in under 29 minutes. And to be honest, I was about to give up. I was becoming so tired and infuriated with the game that with every run I lost due to bad luck, I would just want to give up. And it wasn't until the legend himself, Clean Slate, gave me a little pep talk that I needed more than I thought I would. Now, I won't go into detail as to what that pep talk was about, but it really did ground me and made me realize how far I'd come. And he also made me realize that the only thing stopping me was my own stubbornness. The only one who could get out of this cycle was me. I also came to realize that the reason I was struggling so much to finish anything is because I had so many projects that I wanted to finish, which also just resulted in this endless cycle of doing one thing for 3 weeks, getting too frustrated to continue, moving on to the next, and repeat. Just never actually being able to finish something. And so because of this, instead of switching to something else, I stuck with Cuphead. And I think it was either the next day or the next 2 days, I finally broke through and achieved that goal of beating the game in under 29 minutes. Which, since my 11703 in SHA, which by the way was at the end of 2024, was the first goal that I achieved that I set out for myself since then. And as a result of that, I felt a huge weight being lifted off my shoulders. It's not like this was particularly hard for me to do either. Like, I was more than capable of achieving this goal, but it was about the mindset and the mind block that I faced through these last 18 months that made it so difficult. And now that I've pushed through and broken that mind block, I just have this urge to do everything that I set out to do over these last 18 months. Which is where the title of this video comes in. Before I even think about doing something else, I need a clean slate. Everything that I've been working on these past 18 months, I'm gonna finish. Even if it means going through hell. I am not going to quit again. I will follow through, see the results, and then from there, the world is my oyster, or whatever. Essentially, me breaking this barrier in Cuphead opened the floodgates, and now everything that I set out to do back at the end of 2024 doesn't feel nearly as intimidating. And you might be thinking, well, this is cool and all, but what exactly are those goals? And that, my friend, is a very good question, so why not get into it? First of all, I have several levels in Geometry Dash that I need to finish, because I'd be lying if I said they haven't been sat at the back of my head for God knows how long. Now, the first of which I'll be tackling is the Yangare, which is my most recent endeavor in the game, and is also the biggest mind block I've ever faced finishing one level. Despite it being a third hardest according to Pointer Crate, I genuinely think this level is way harder than Limbo, and is honestly closer to Firework in difficulty. Now, part of this could be the mind block talking, and I'm well aware of that, but that doesn't change how I perceive the difficulty of the level. And so this will be a really important one to finish, to be able to motivate myself for the other goals I have in mind. Now, there are 3 other levels that come to mind when I think of significant progress that I never finished. Those being Kinos, Shardscapes, and Super Hate Me World, all of which are far less important, but the truth is, the fact that I remember these at all means they've been sat at the back of my mind. so I will be finishing them. Now, I would also like to be a new hardest in Geometry Dash, but this is definitely something I need to save for after I have gotten this clean slate, because just the sheer difficulty of this alone means that it's going to be impossible to do this with all these other goals that I need to achieve. Now, another thing I need to do, which I haven't really talked about or publicized anywhere, is video editing. There are several videos I have worked on over the past year and a half and never finished. So this is something else that I need to do. Now, of course, I'm not going to be like streaming video editing or whatever, but it's something I'll be doing in the background. Now, off the back of this, there's something I have been heavily considering in regards to this channel. Because we're talking about a clean slate, I've been wondering if I should make a new channel where all of my edited videos go, and leaving this channel purely for like raw speedruns, Geometry Dash completions, basically anything that I do. This would be like the proof channel, as it were, whereas all like the edited videos and the highlights and whatever, they'll go on a different channel. Now, I don't know if this is something I'm going to do yet. If you have any thoughts on it, feel free to leave a comment. Yeah, that's also something I've been working on that I need to finish. And lastly, definitely the most important one of these, at least to me, is getting a 116 in The Simpsons Hit and Run. My god, this game has been so in my head ever since the release of the Summoning Salt video, which, due to things that happened in my personal life, dropped at the absolute worst possible time, which is just beyond unfortunate. Again, I won't go into detail as to why. That might be something for a future video, I'm not sure. But either way, getting the 116 in The Simpsons Hit and Run would just be absolutely legendary for me. That in itself probably trumps any other goal that I have in mind. Now, of course, by extension, I could get the world record as well, but again, like getting a new hardest in Geometry Dash, that goal is just so obscenely difficult that I can't possibly have other things on my mind if I were to go for that. So right now, it's not even worth thinking about. So yeah, that's all the goals that I have in mind that I need to finish in order to achieve this clean slate that I crave so desperately. I'll be streaming a lot more. If you're interested, you can follow me on Twitch at 12_Kelvin. The link will also be in the description to this video. I'll be posting like progress updates on Twitter as well. I'll also link that in the description if you want to follow me over there. And I really hope making this video doesn't backfire on me, and I don't look back at this in like a year and just cringe to myself going, what the fuck was I thinking? Or how delusional was I? Or who gives a fuck? Or whatever. Right now, this is what I want to do. It's what I've wanted to do for the past 18 months. And it took just one tiny semblance of progress to motivate me enough to follow through. So yeah, that's it. That's the update. That's the progress video. Again, if you're interested in following this journey, then subscribe, follow my Twitch, follow my Twitter. This is going to be a very long grind, but I really think I'm going to be able to see it through to the end this time, and I hope to see some of you there along the way.